Hello everyone and welcome to this week's preview. We're racing at Flemington this week, looking to bounce back off 0 winners last week. A cracker of a 9-race card to look at in this upcoming preview. I want to make a mention of two things. The first one being, make sure you're tuning into my YouTube community tips on race morning and Twitter, because I changed 4 of the 9 selections last week. Still didn't work, but make sure you're tuning into that. And also I'm starting to do my daily best bets based off the algorithm that I made. I've posted those on YouTube community the past couple of days. I'm going to change it over to YouTube Shorts. Now, to access YouTube Shorts, I'm pretty sure that you need to have a channel. So if your account doesn't have a channel, doesn't cost anything, no one will even notice it. You just got to create a channel on your account and you'll be able to view probably YouTube community and YouTube Shorts as well for my daily best bets. But that's enough talking. Let's get on with the preview. Race 1 is the Byerly Handicap for the 2-year-olds over the 1800 metres. The favourite at the moment is Stay Silent at about $2.80, ahead of Politely Done for Danny O'Brien at $2.90. Then 2 other horses in single figures. Red Aces is at $6 and then $7 for Suntora. We're going to take a look at a last start run of Stay Silent, Politely Done, and Suntora's in the same race. It's in the blue and pink. I just forgot to highlight it. Now, Stay Silent led on this occasion and ran 3rd. Politely Done ran 5th and was pretty good through the line up to 1800 metres. I think Politely Done is the better horse over 1800 metres, but I'm actually with Stay Silent. It's my second best of the day, my next best of the day. I just think the way this race will shape up, small field, I reckon it's going to be a sit and sprint, and Stay Silent's going to be right there on the speed. From gate 9, Blake Shin will come across, either lead or settle outside the leader, and I reckon in a bit of a sit and sprint, it can sprint away from Politely Done, who looks like it needs a little bit more of a genuine run race. That's why I've got Stay Silent on top, ahead of Politely Done, who can't be knocked too much. Suntora was good in that same race. Gate 5, Jai McNeil will be running well, and Red Aces finished 3rd on debut at Seymour and can take the rising grade well. But I'm with Stay Silent. First of the day, hopefully we can start with a winner. Race 2 is the 3-year-old handicap over the 1700 metres. Surprising is the favourite in this race. Wide open field, $4.60 for the favourite. La Zebra is the second favourite at $4.80. Then you've got Enzuto out to $6.50. And then Pariah Pearl and Ferlinetto are both at $9.50. And they're the last 2 in single figures. La Zebra comes out of this race with Enzuto and My Rockefeller. I'm with La Zebra. This horse batted away pretty well back to the inside in this Silver Bowl Series final race behind Just a Deal. I think stepping up to the 1700 metres suits this horse. From gate 12, I'm hoping Damien Lane can have it in the 3-wide line around midfield or so and blending into the race perfectly, and with the long Flemington straight powering over the top of them. Ideally, that's how it'll go, and I've got it on top. Surprising, we'll get a good run from gate 5. Jamie Carr back riding. Last start winner should go well. In for 3rd, I've got one at a price actually, Hydrogen Power. I think it can get back to somewhat of its best on Saturday. Draws gate 10 for Froggy New. It should be about midfield or so. If you go back to its form 3 or 4 runs ago, it measures up to this, but it's just had excuses its past couple of races. And Pariah Pearls, 1-2 in a row, gets the claim for Tommy Preble. Draws gate 1 for a good run. It'll be running well. But I'm in the corner of La Zebra to take out the race number 2. Race number 3 is a 2-year-old handicap over the 1,000 metres. I know I don't normally do 2-year-old races, but I'm following my algorithm this week, so it does do 2-year-old races, and First Settler is the favourite at the moment at $2.15, ahead of Skipjack, first up for Moody and Coleman at $6. Just like Gabby, loving Gabby's daughter having her first ever race start is at $7, and that's all the horses in single figures for now. Now we're going to take a look at a replay. First Settler and Landmark come out of this race at Caulfield. First Settler settled 3 wide no cover on a day where it wasn't terrible to settle 3 wide no cover, but still settled 3 wide no cover and powered to victory. You can just see from the front on vision there, it's such a big horse. An early maturer is what you need in a 2-year-old to be able to be winning at the races, especially on a Saturday. And this horse, if it handles the Flemington straight, Don't really see anything beating it here. Draws gate 13. Mickey D retains the ride. It'll be on the speed and it'll be running well. And it's a very good chance of winning. Landmark in there for second. Couldn't get past First Settler last start. I still don't think it'll get past at this start. But Blake Shin goes on and draws gate 9. So I can get the back of First Settler again. And I think it's way over the odds. Just like Gabby, it is in for third. This horse draws gate 14, the right part of the straight. Those, I haven't seen Just Like Gabby's colours for a while. It's like the Trust in August colours, the horses that Darren Weir always had, those colours. So it was a blast from the past to see that those colours come back, and it'll be exciting to see what Loving Gabby's daughter can do. And Skipjack draws the wrong part of the straight in gate number 1, but it's got Damien Lane and is 100% strike rate winner in its career, winning 1 from 1. But I'm with First Settler to take out the 2-year-old race. Race 4 is a fillies and mares benchmark 78 over the 1600 metres. Arcana is the favourite at $3.60, ahead of Cindy Falls, who's been well backed. It's currently at $4, and then you've got out to $9 for our Empress Zoe and also Fearless Rider. We're going to take a look at the last start win of Cindy Falls, also featuring Fearless Rider. Now, I have got Fearless Rider on top on Saturday. And the reason is that it's settled 3 wide, no cover, doing a lot of work on speed on this occasion in a race where it suited back markers because Cindy Falls came from last. Had to do a stack of work. Now draws gate 2 for a really soft run. Doesn't have to do any work. It's won at 1600 metres before, so I don't think the step up in distance is any query. Luke Cartwright goes on and gets a weight swing on Cindy Falls. I just think it's way over the odds compared to Cindy Falls, and I'm happy to have 0.5 units to win on it. I just think it represents value. In for second, Colombe Dior. I do think this Flemington track is going to start on a soft 7 and maybe get up to a soft 6. Actually, no, sorry. I think it'll stay a soft 7 for most of the day. If it starts on a soft 6, I reckon it'll stay a soft 6. But Colombe Dior is 2 from 2 on heavy ground, so it loves genuine wet ground. Draws gate 5 for a good run. Isn't the classiest in the field, but I just think on a wet track, you have to elevate its chances a bit. Arcana in there for third. Would have been my on-top selection, but draws gate 14 of 14. We'll have to go right back to last, and in a race where I think it'll be a bit of a sit and sprint, I think it'll have a hard time running past a lot of decent fillies and mares. And then in for fourth, I've got Spanish Tides at a bit of a price. I think it can be a sharp improver. Second up with Tom Prebble's Claim. I'm leaving Cindy Falls out of my top 4, even though I don't want to. Just think it's a tad under the odds at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. I like Fearless Rider to take out the Rising Star Series final. Race 5 is a 3-year-old handicap over the 1400 metres. We've got Lover Zoo on the week back up as the favourite at $5.50, ahead of Great Maximus coming over from South Australia. It's at $6. Eugenius is at about $7.50, and Freak of Nature is at $8.50. Longer odds the rest. We're going to take a look at a last start run of Lynx. This was down the Flemington Straight in the Creswick final. Behind who won it? Right to Party. Now, it got held up from the 500 to 300 in this race. Couldn't build its momentum. Wouldn't have won anyway, but its momentum was halted. And through the line, you'll actually see it runs on really, really well. This horse has been on a soft 7 or worse twice in its career for 2 wins. I reckon it loves genuine wet ground. Because it's been running in sprint races all in its career, I reckon it's got the gate speed to put itself around midfield or so, hopefully tucked up. And if it gets luck in the straight, I reckon it'll be finishing with a great burst of acceleration and is way over the odds. I'm having 0.25 units to win on Lynx. Also 0.25 units to win on the outsider of the field, Reprisal. Now, when do you ever see a horse ridden by Blake Shin at $46 or longer? Never. That either means that we're getting an absolute steal at $46 or the horse is simply no good. Had an excuse last start on heavy ground. This horse doesn't want it too wet. Soft 6 or better for this horse, and it's a decent chance. Draws gate 9 for a good run for Blake Shin. Was a winner 3 back. I reckon it's a decent chance. It deserves to be shorter in price, but not nowhere near the favourite. I just think it's over the odds. In for third, I've got Namesake. This horse can bounce back. Jayla Kennedy claims 3 kilos. Third up, gate 5, good run. It can get back to its best. And Diadamo was a good maiden winner last start. We'll have to do some work from the gate, which was my only query. But if it can get into a good spot, it can most definitely win. But I like Lynx ahead of Reprisal in race number 5. A bit of a roughies race. Race 6 to start the quaddie is a benchmark 84 over the 1200 metres. My best of the day comes up in this race. Barraquil is the favourite at the moment at $2.35 ahead of at both $5.50 Legio 10 and South of Houston, and then Pioneer River is at $13. We're going to take a look at the last start runs of Barraquil, Legio 10 and Pioneer River. My best of the day on this Flemington card is Legio 10, and I'll explain why. Barraquil was a deserved winner of this race, wandered all over the place, probably cost itself at least half a length, should have won by more. But Legio 10 ran second in the absolute worst part of the ground at Caulfield that day. Barraquil was in the best part of the track. And now Legio 10 gets like a 2.5 or something kilo weight swing on it. I reckon that easily turns the tables. Barraquil has never seen the Flemington straight before. Legio 10 has. It's one drawing a similar gate to what it has on the weekend, gate number 2. I think it's going to be no problem flying up the inside for Damien Lane. And I just think the only reason I think Barraquil's favourite over Legio 10 still is that Barraquil is undefeated and the SP last start. Legio 10, I think, deserves to be favourite and will be really hard to beat. 1 unit the win. Very confident. Barraquil, though, can't be dismissed. It's 4 from 4. It can easily run second. South of Houston in there for third. Jamie Carr rides. Gate 13's the right part of the straight. Second up will be Fitter and running well in Pioneer River. Ran in that race we just looked at. Draws gate 6 for a good run on speed for Celine Gaudre. Almost won down the Flemington straight, 2 back, and can win again. But I like Legio 10. I reckon it'll get the job done in race number 6. Race 7 is the feature. It's the Dean Lester Flemington Cup over the 2,800 metres. Spycaster is the favourite, coming down from New South Wales at $3.10 ahead of Taraman Sewer, who's at $3.60. Then you've got Farrago at $8, and Hit the Road Jack is at $9.50, the last start jumps winner. Longer odds the rest. This was the last start run of Port Guillaume featuring Born a King and also Taraman Sewer. Born a King wins the race. Taraman Sewer finishes second. Port Guillaume third. I'm with Port Guillaume on Saturday. I was with this horse last year in the Flemington Cup, and I think it lost by 10 lengths, so it owes me something. But it was a winner 2 back of the Australian Hurdle. We'll get the trip on Saturday, no doubt. It ran a decent third last start. Has had a hurdle trial in between runs to spark it up, and is a winner on heavy ground. So if it's a genuine wet track, Port Guillaume should surge through it, and definitely has the endurance and stamina too. Draws gate 10, so we'll probably get back to off midfield. But Blake Shin goes on, which I think is a decent booking, because Blake Shin's in great form at the moment, and not confident, but it is a good chance, I reckon. In for second, I've got Spycaster, last start winner. Damien Lane rides, Chris Waller trains. You can't go wrong with that. Draws gate 2 will get a good run. It'll be running well. In for third, I got Through Irish Eyes. This horse is now third up, fit enough, up to the 2,800 metres. Kieran Maher knows how to train a stayer. Draws gate 1 for a good run. It'll be running well. And then Taraman Sewer in there for fourth. Don't like the gate. Gate 13 might risk getting trapped wide for the first part of the race, but if Jamie Carr can get it in a good spot, it can most definitely win as well. But I like Port Guillaume to take out the Flemington Cup. Race 8 is an open handicap over the 2,000 metres. The favourite is Cadmus at $3.40, ahead of Pounding, who's at $5.50. Then you've got out to $6.50 for King Magnus, $7.50 for Wycliffe, the last start runner, and longer odds the rest. We're going to take a look at a last start run of Cadmus and a run 2 back of Pounding at Sandown. Pounding was pretty brave on this occasion over 1,800 metres, but I think Cadmus stepping up to the 2,000 metres looks the better chance of winning over Pounding. Has had a bit of a freshen up in between runs. I think Anthony and Sam Freedman want to take this horse into the early parts of the spring, so they're taking it easy with him. Drawn gate 10, I reckon, will surge down the outside late, down the long Flemington straight, and is a good chance of getting the job done. Pounding 2,000 metres on a wet track, I'm not entirely sure about, but Damien Lane rides, it'll be running well. Political Debate is fit, draws gate 8, it's got a pretty good SP profile, and Jamie Carr rides. An Interpretation might need one more run to hit its straps, but draws gate 4 and can run an improved race. but I'm in the corner of Cadmus to take out the penultimate race at Flemington on Saturday. Race 9 to finish the day is a benchmark 78 over the 1,000 metres. Big Me, the first upper from Hong Kong, is at $6. Manciere is at $7 and is the second favourite. Beast Mode is at $8. Then longer odds the rest. Beast Mode wins this race that we're taking a look at. Of last start runs, Moonhaven runs a very good second. Beast Mode got the perfect run through along the inside and was able to win. Moonhaven had to get right back from the gate and slashed home late. I'm with Moonhaven on top on Saturday. I reckon with the little weight swing and the fact that it's down the Flemington straight this time, it'll settle closer to Beast Mode in the run. I reckon can turn the tables on Beast Mode, and I've got it on top. I reckon Moonhaven is a good chance to take out the last on the day. Big Me in there for second. I don't really know how this horse is going to go, but it's first up off a long break, off a tendon injury, so maybe it might need the run, but because it's only over 1,000 metres, it might not. Draws gate 3, which isn't the right part of the straight, but Damien Lane rides. There's a lot of pros and cons, but we'll have to see how it goes. I've got Beast Mode in there for third. Has to carry a big weight, but Blake Shin rides and it's drawn the right part of the straight. And then in for fourth, I've got Fishin'. This horse ran well first up at Mornington. Has had 6 weeks in between runs, so might need a run. But Ethan Brown rides. He's in good form. Draws gate 15, which is a good gate down the straight. It'll be running well. But to take out the last of the day, I'm hoping it can be Moonhaven. Now it's time for the quaddie. I only got 2 out of the 4 legs last week, but I'm hoping this week we can have some luck as we take a look at who we've got. So going for the 3 horses in race 6, the 3 favourites. Hopefully we can get through the first leg. 6 Barraquil, 9 Legio 10, and also 15 South of Houston. Then in race 7, the Flemington Cup, going for 2 Through Irish Eyes, 3 Spycaster, and 4 Porky Orm. Moving on to race number 8, going for 3 Interpretation, 4 Pounding, 6 Cadmus, 11 Mr. Waterville, and 12 Political Debate. And then in the last race, going for my top 4, which is number 10 Fishin', 1 Beast Mode, 16 Big Me, and 17 Moonhaven. That's what I'm doing for the quaddie this week. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning into the preview. Hopefully we can get a few winners this week after not getting any winners last week. 5 horses we're having units on, and it's about just over a 3 unit spend, I think. I think if any one of those horses win, we make a profit, so hopefully that can happen because we've been struggling as of late. Winter racing is pretty difficult to find winners, but hopefully on Saturday we can have luck on our side. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll see you next week for next week's preview. Until then, bye for now.